Most people think that a soul mission has to be something lofty and exalted, and indeed it is valuable to live your soul mission at an elevated level. But in fact, criminals and murderers often live their soul mission. How that is even possible, I will explain in this video. I'll also warn you of something, and in the end, I will show you an important step you can take to make a positive impact on the lives of others. Hi, my name is Aedith Empress, and I'm the author of the book Soul Mission, the secret code in your horoscope that leads to a fulfilling and rewarding life. Subscribe and like if you want to live the mission of your soul and create a life that's meaningful and whole. Your soul mission is what you contribute to the world, but it is not an endpoint. In fact, as you advance on the spiritual path and increase your vibration, your soul mission evolves, and its impact in improving and healing the lives of others increases. There are 3 main levels on which you can express your soul mission, and some people, or probably most people, stay on the same level their entire life, but some evolve to reach a higher level. Apart from not living your soul mission, which I address in this video, these are the 3 main levels. 3. The unconscious or shadow level. 2. The subconscious or mundane level. 3. The conscious or elevated level. On the bottom of the unconscious level, people express their soul mission in a negative, destructive, and self-serving way. Many criminals actually live their soul mission but express its shadow side, like Anders Breivik, the Norwegian terrorist who expressed the dark side of his soul mission: destruction, heartless, and rebelling. On the subconscious level, people express their soul mission in everyday, mundane, normal jobs. I once had a florist in my practice wanting to know her soul mission, and she was very surprised that having a shop and working with the gifts of the earth was actually her soul mission. Bill Gates and Arnold Schwarzenegger have the exact same soul mission as Anders Breivik. Bill Gates, for example, has channeled the aloof, revolutionary energy into technology and the idealistic energy into his charities. Arnold Schwarzenegger has channeled the transformational energy into his body and his career, and the control and power and idealistic energy into his political work. On this level, people are driven by personal desires and tend to serve themselves and their loved ones first, but no longer in a negative, destructive way. Having said that, here is a warning. It is easy and tempting to sometimes dip into the shadow side of your soul mission. Most people actually do it without realizing it or seeing any harm in it. For example, a person with sales as their soul mission has to talk up a customer to make a sale. But when they lie to make the sale, they have dipped into the shadow side of their soul mission. Dipping into your shadow side, however, prevents your soul from evolving to a higher level. Knowing your soul mission's shadow side is actually quite beneficial, and I address that in this video. On the conscious level, people deliberately choose the expression of their soul mission and are driven by a desire to serve. They may earn a living from their soul mission, and maybe even a good living, but they aim to make the world a better place and raise the vibration of the planet. They've transcended their shadow level, but may still employ the mundane level of their soul mission to help materialize it into the world. Teal Swan has the exact same soul mission as Anders Breivik, Bill Gates, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, yet she channels the energy into personal transformation from sexual abuse, psychic abilities, and teaching self-love and occult wisdom. She still also employs mundane expressions of her soul mission, like the use of technology and the internet to spread her message. Now, I promise to share an important step you can take to make a positive impact on the lives of others. If you're not living your soul mission, it will help you get there. And if you are living your soul mission, it will help you evolve it to a higher level. The loftiness and nobleness in each and every job is found in the energy and vibration you infuse it with, and the kindness you extend to customers, colleagues, and others. Irregardless of what you do, when you choose to mindfully infuse it with love, you make a positive impact and touch the lives of others. Have a sourceful day.